Dear all of my students, this is Dr. Hussein, your instructor for the class CMB 343 online course, Summer 2, 2013. I welcome all of you to CMB 343 online course in Summer 2, 2013, and hope that during this short semester we work together and make a learning environment that is beneficial to all of us. I have put all information that you need in this course in the syllabus and different sections of the online system model. Please read the syllabus very carefully, as it will be our guideline through this course, and don't hesitate to contact me via different mode of operation of communication if you have any questions. If you go with each other through the materials on model, you will see that we have here, this is the course CMB 343 course syllabus as an online course. You will see in this syllabus the details content or the details component, week by week, session by session, and the homework and discussion which is related to that course. Also, you will see that we have what we call course schedule. It means that starting by week 1, session 1, session 2, week 2, session 3, session 4, until the end of the semester, and what chapters will be covered and what part of chapter will be covered. Then you go with the course policies. What is the policies of this course as an academic policy or other policy related, and course component, and then assignment expectation. As an example for the assignment expectation, you will see that we have what we call the homework. That homework number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. By the end of each week, you have a assigned homework. Then you have to submit it by the end of the next week. And also you have a discussion for each session, mean that you may have two discussion per week. The discussion, you have items through the course, then you have to read and discuss that items. Through the model also, you will see that we have description for each week. We have week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, week 6, and week 7, and ended up by week number 8. For each week you have, as say for example, you have for week 1, we will cover chapter 1, which is there a security problem in computing? And we will cover chapter 2, which is the elementary cryptography. I think that we will cover part of chapter 2, the first part, and the second part will be covered in week number 2. For each week, you have the introductory description for the chapter, which is chapter 1 or whatever chapter, as a description or introductory. And then you have the schedule for this week, the learning objective for this chapter, the learning resource for this chapter, and then you have the PowerPoint presentation. And then you have here maybe the video description for that chapter also. And then you go for the second session, the same material covered, end up by the homework number 1. Then during the session number 1, you have the discussion for the session number 1, and you have a discussion for session number 2. It means that this is the description for the content of 1 week. Then if you go by every week, you have the same content here. For every week, you have 2 sessions covered the material. Like we have week number 1, we cover what we call chapter 1 and part of chapter 2. Chapter 2, part of chapter 2, which is elementary cryptography, and chapter 3, which is program security. And week number 3, we cover what we call chapter 4, protection in general purpose operating system. And we have some revision here before to come to the midterm exam. Week number 4, we have session 7, which is cover the midterm exam. The midterm exam will cover the material starting from week number 1 to week number 4. It means that the midterm exam will cover the chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and chapter 4. Then we continue after the midterm for the second session to cover what we call chapter 5, which is designing trusted operating system. Then go with the session week number 5. We will cover chapter 6, which is database and data mining security. Chapter 7, which is security networking. We will go the details of each chapter, especially for network security, which is a hot area in the market right now. And then you will go with the week number 6. We have covering a second part of the network security network and administrative security also. Administrative security here is the also important area related to cyber security right now in the field. And then we go with the week number 7, which is related to the economics of cyber security and the privacy in computing. And then ended up by the week number 8, which we will come to the final exam. The final exam will cover the material after the midterm. It means that we will cover chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 7, chapter 8, chapter 9, chapter 10. This is the material will be covered after the midterm to be in the final exam. I hope all of you will go through all the material which is related to the course CMB 343 and follow the direction for the discussion, for the homework, for the midterm, for the final. And I hope all of you get a benefit from that course during that short time in the summer semester. And I hope all of you good luck with that semester. Thank you so much and see you next week. Bye-bye.